Hey, good morning, boys and girls. It's that time of the week, our weekly coffee break. And first and foremost, for those living here in Aruba, Feliz Dia de Batiku. It's a national holiday here for us. And for the rest of the world, happy Wednesday. Today, we are continuing our conversation over the last several weeks, all about Google and Google marketing, SEO, that kind of thing. Last week, we dove into what the Google 3-pack was. Today, we're going to dive a little bit deeper into what that is, how to optimize for it, more specifically for local search engine optimization, or SEO. So let's get started right away. I will move myself out of the way. Right, a little bit further so I don't step on myself. There we go. All right, and let me share this so that it looks, there we go. Local SEO, how to optimize and rank for Google 3-packs. All right, just a little bit about us if you don't already know. We launched actually 23 years ago, 1 week from today. On the 1st of February, we'll be celebrating 23 years on the island of Aruba. And I'm very excited about that. Just the simple fact that, one, we're still around, but also that we've continued to grow and change and adapt based on not only the market needs, but more importantly, how the technology has changed us. 23 years ago, we only started with websites because basically that's all there was back then. Now we have mobile marketing, social media management, advertising, and automation. So the list continues to grow, and our team continues to grow with it. All right, so what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about local SEO, why inbound marketing is so important, how to rank higher and optimize for local Google 3-pack, and then have some final thoughts at the end. So for small businesses, appearing in the search engine results page for local searches is crucial to success. This could be the difference between getting a customer or that customer going to a competitor. It's really that simple. One way to take your local SEO strategy to the next level is the Google 3-pack, as we discussed last week. So optimizing your website for a Google Local 3-pack significantly boosts your brand awareness and increases the chances that you're going to get business from your local customers. So what's a 3-pack and how do you rank for it? Well, this in-depth guide is going to answer all of those questions and how to appear in those results. So what is local SEO? So before we dive into what a Google 3-pack is again and talk about how to optimize for, let's start with the basics. SEO, search engine optimization. I'm sure you've heard of the term. Maybe you don't understand it. I know it continually changes, so it is a bit annoying that way. But SEO is a marketing strategy designed to drive organic traffic to your website. Organic meaning people find you organically. You don't have to pay Google or Facebook to have an ad where they actually see it at this point. Organic is one of the best ways to do it. You can accomplish this through effective keyword research, blogging, on-page optimization. What that means is making sure that you're doing all the right things on your website. So on the website itself, there's a whole list of off-page optimization that is a whole nother conversation, including backlinks, domain authority, and a wide range of other tactics for SEO. But not every SEO strategy is designed for local businesses. Let's say you have a small dry cleaning business in Arizona, where you could publish blog posts about cleaning clothes that get viewed by people all over the world, right? It's the internet, World Wide Web. But readers in New York and Florida are not going to be dropping off their suits at your establishment anytime soon. So local SEO tactics are specifically designed to ensure that you're ranking for searches in your geographic area. Why is this important? Well, according to a recent study by WebFX, 80% of local searches lead to some sort of conversion. Oops. Got a little click happy there. How do you go back? Here we go. That's not all. The study also revealed that 76% of people who conduct a local search on a smartphone will visit that business within 1 day. Roughly 1/3 of consumers search for local business at least once per week. And I know for me personally, it's more than that. So for small businesses, local SEO can make or break your company. So what is the Google 3-pack? As we discussed last week, Google is constantly coming up with ways to enhance user experience. That is their sole mission in life, is the user experience, the person that's actually doing the searching. They want to make things as easy as possible for people when they're conducting their searches. So searching for businesses is no exception. One of the ways Google accomplished this is through relevancy. Google always wants to show the most relevant results for a given search, regardless of what they're searching for. So when a user turns to Google for dentist near me or pizza near me, the search engine wants to give them exactly what they're looking for. This means that the top 3 results will appear immediately in the search engine result page at the top, known as the Google 3-pack. And as I mentioned last week, it looks different, it's graphical, it's colorful, it draws your eye to it. So obviously that real estate is incredibly valuable. So as you can see from screenshot, the top 3 results are all local. This user isn't looking for coffee shops in another city or state, so the results are tailored specifically to their location. But relevancy is still important. Google isn't just showing them the nearest coffee shop, it shows them local coffee shops with high ratings, images, and other information about the business. So this ensures that the user can make an informed decision and be happy with the results. Again, that is the goal of Google. A coffee shop with 0 reviews, no updated hours, no website link, no address, no phone number, they're not going to show up here, right? So even if the place has the absolute best coffee in the area, Google has no way of knowing this if the business is not optimized itself for local searches. So why 3? Well, 3 is the perfect number of choices that actually fit on a screen, especially for mobile devices. So the user doesn't have to do any scrolling or searching. So Google shows them exactly what they're looking for in the easiest format possible. All right, Google 2-pack spotted. Well, this is a little thing that's been sporadically reported that Google is actually displaying 2-packs on some mobile devices, but it seems to depend on the search query, what they're looking for, and the location. And it may also include that the user's device and operating system might be playing a role in deciding whether it shows 2 versus 3. We ran a bunch of different local search queries on an iPhone running iOS 15 plus Safari, and we didn't see any 2-packs, but it could happen. So I thought we'd share that. We came across a blog post that did reference an example of 2-packs that someone discovered last year. And here's an example from one of their referenced mobile searches, just to give you an idea. Other people in the SEO and marketing industry have blogged about this discovery as well, but the lack of consistency makes us think that it just could be a test run by Google rather than a long-term change, but something to keep an eye out. With that said, the appearance of 2-packs makes local SEO even that much more important. So now instead of 3, you're only going to share it with one other company. So if Google plans to cut out one of the results on the mobile searches, your chances of appearing only just got that much more difficult. So you really need to focus on your local SEO optimization strategy as soon as possible. So how do you rank higher and optimize for local Google 3-pack? Well, Google's exact algorithm, of course, for different ranking factors is always somewhat of a mystery. Google's not going to share that with us. Local SEO and 3-packs are no exception. But with that said, Google tends to offer some transparency and guidance for what they take into consideration for certain search engine result pages. According to a Google Business Profile help resource, there are 3 main factors that contribute to local SEO rankings: relevance, distance, and prominence. So here's a quick summary of those. Relevance: how well a Google Business Profile matches the search intent of the user. Distance, of course, how far the user is from the business located based on what Google knows about their location. That seems to be important. And prominence, so how well known the company is. Landmarks, famous locations are more likely to appear in a local search result. Google also uses information on the web to determine how prominent your business is. Updating and optimizing your Google Business Profile. Now, this is probably the underlying theme on pretty much every discussion we've had about Google for the last couple of weeks and moving forward. And we really believe that a lot of companies locally and otherwise are not optimizing. They're not really taking full advantage of what they have with a Google Business Profile. In fact, some have a Google Business Profile and haven't even claimed it yet as their own, which is important to do. So you need a Google Business Profile if you want a shot at ranking in that local 3-pack. This will ultimately become Google's primary source of information about you and your company. Then they'll use this information to match your company with relevant searches in the area. And that's why it's a key to either make sure it gets done or to have, like a company of ours, maintain this for you on a week-to-week basis. But how do you optimize your Google Business Profile? Well, first you have to claim it and verify that your location on Google Maps. Incredibly important. Keeping your hours up to date and even updating when there's a change, whether it's a holiday like it is today in Aruba. Google loves that. Every time you're interacting with Google to make changes and update your profile, they're going to show you more love. Adding a description about what you do, obviously important. Linking to your business website, adding photos, adding products and services, which a lot of people don't know is doable on the profile, which it is. And of course, responding to reviews. Something simple like just updating your store hours for holidays, like I mentioned earlier, can go a long way. So as a local business, you should live inside of your Google Business Profile at least a few times per week. Getting more reviews. This is also something that Google really loves, right? Reviews go a long way to show social proof about your prominence or who you are as a business. Not only do reviews impact a customer's buying decision, because we've talked about that in the last couple of weeks, at the high percentage of people that really look at and value a positive review for a company, but they also influence that algorithm for Google. So businesses with more reviews and more positive reviews are going to have a much better chance of ranking in the Google 3-pack. And this is especially true if a business is constantly getting new reviews, which is something we will be talking about soon in more detail about how easy it is to automate the request for those reviews, and more importantly, having the communication capability to respond to them right away. All right, so how do you get more reviews on Google? Well, ask your customers, right? Especially if they're in a good mood and they just enjoyed a great service or a product from you, start providing that excellent product or service. You got to start there. Then politely remind your customers to leave a review about your experience. It's that simple. And this is what I mentioned a minute ago, that there is capability through our system to be able to automate that. So you're not also thinking every single customer I sell to, I now have to remember to send them a note or to ask them for a review. So for local businesses connecting with customers on a personal level, lots of people will be happy to leave you a review if you ask. If you don't ask, they're probably not going to. Making sure your website is highly responsive, something we've talked about last year. In addition to optimizing your Google Business Profile, you need to also make sure that your website is performing at a high level. Responsiveness is a key part of the user experience, right? And it has a significant impact on the search engine results. This is especially true for mobile devices, and we know most people are using mobile devices. So responsive websites load quickly, they don't lag, and are easy to navigate from screen to screen. There's no delay when a user clicks on a button or tries to scroll down the page. If your website is having problems with this, you need to fix them as quick as possible. So either talk to your webmaster or reach out to us. We'd be more than happy to see how we could help. If you don't know if your site is responsive, run a quick mobile-friendly test. And you can do this right on Google, and you can see right away if it's mobile-friendly. They'll tell you because they want you to have this taken care of. Just by entering your website URL and waiting a minute for Google to actually give you those results. If your site isn't mobile friendly, Google's going to tell you what exactly is wrong with it and what needs to be fixed, which is incredibly helpful because they're the ones you're trying to appease, right? Leverage local backlinks. Okay, so what is a backlink? A backlink is where some other website is actually linking to your website. Getting high quality backlinks for your site has always been a great way to build domain authority and improve your search ranking. That's been around since as long as I've been doing this. But beyond backlinks from high authority websites like CNN, who you probably won't get in most cases, but you could look for ways to earn backlinks with local relevancy. So here's some ideas. An easy way to do this is by joining local clubs or memberships. Your Chamber of Commerce might display a link on their homepage to its business directory, right? If you sponsor a local Little League team or a 5K charity event, they're likely to have a link on your website somewhere online. All of this helps you to build more relevant local backlinks and also drives local traffic to your website, right? Since only people in your area are going to be viewing those sites, like the Chamber or the fundraiser. All right, just some final thoughts. Effective SEO is one of the most important marketing strategies for every business in the digital area. But for small businesses, local SEO needs to take priority. So getting traffic to your website is awesome, but people from across the country probably are not going to visit your local establishment. So concentrate and focus on that local SEO. You need to optimize your Google Business Profile for local searches and ensure local customers are seeing your business with that goal of being shown on the Google 3-pack. Very important. Obviously, we would love to help you out with that. This is something we've been doing for quite a long time. So please, if you have any questions about this presentation or just the subject at all, or you're looking to increase your local SEO, we would love to give you a hand with that. Don't see any questions or comments, so I guess we're done for this week. We will see you next week, where we'll continue our